This summer, we will be going through a sermon series called the Discipleship Flower. In this flower, there are 6 petals of the flower that we will look at. The first one we will look at is prayer, where prayer is the way we communicate with God, our Heavenly Father, and God also communicates with us as God's loving children. The next is loving service. Service to God and service to our community. It's part of what we do in this church. You know, when you look at the cross of Jesus Christ, it has 2 dimensions, the vertical dimensions and the horizontal dimensions. The vertical dimension talks about our service and love to God and God's love to us. And the horizontal talk about our service and love to one another as people on this planet Earth. Next, we will look at the petal that talks about worship, where we celebrate God's presence as God's children. We learn together in small groups in all that we do through our Bible studies and other small groups meeting. We share our faith as one of the markers on this petal as disciples of Christ. By witnessing, by telling our stories, by sharing our struggles, by listening to one another. And then, finally, God's generosity and our generosity become part of the markers that God has given to us as disciples. Friends, we are learning to be disciples of Jesus Christ, learning to walk the way of Jesus as we are loving God and we love one another.